Hey everybody, welcome. This is Bitcoin Talk Show. We are live this Wednesday, August 6th, 2014. I'm here in Peace News Now Studios, broadcasting from Keene in the Shire. This is a Bitcoin show where you can call in, take control, and talk about anything you want related to the world of Bitcoin. Our call-in line is 708-23-COINS. That's 708-232-6467. You can dial in and share your thoughts, or you can Skype in. Our Skype username is BitcoinTalkShow. We're online and taking requests. We've already got a couple of callers who will be dialing in shortly, and some special guests coming up at the beginning of the show to talk about Bitcoin community. That's the theme today. And beside me, I have a man who's working on developing some Bitcoin community, Joel Valenzuela, the Desert Links of thedesertlinks.com. Share with us what you've got.
We're starting a new event space in Manchester, New Hampshire. Working title is the Crypto Club. It's going to be a social space and an event space related to everything techno-libertarian, for lack of a better word, and Bitcoin, cryptography, and cryptocurrency based.
So what would people do there?
Well, there would be a social club where everything would be conducted with, all transactions would be conducted with cryptocurrency. No Federal Reserve notes allowed at all.
Not allowed?
No. I'm sure you could probably find someone to exchange some if you don't have any.
But isn't one of the benefits of a Bitcoin community or a crypto community that you find those inroads and outroads for fiat currencies? Like, you know, I want to go to Bitcoin meetups if I want to get some cash.
Exactly. And this would
But this would be banned.
Well, for the social, it would not be banned in the establishment completely,
I
but for
see.
establishment transactions, actually, like for example, you know, buying food or drinks or something like that would be crypto only.
Now, you're already part of a Bitcoin community in Manchester, New Hampshire, one of the largest Bitcoin communities in the world. Tell us what the meetups are like there.
A couple dozen people at least. It's big every single time. I remember before the meetup had even started on was it this last Sunday, there was over $400 worth of transactions happened before the meetup even started. Just people showing up early and getting it over with, and then there was a lot more later on. There's always a high volume that goes through those meetups.
What's the deal here? Because Manchester, New Hampshire is not New York City. It's not a financial capital. So what are these, all high rollers, or is it just average folks?
It's just a lot of average folks. Obviously, there's the occasional wealthy person among them, but for the most part, it's just enthusiasts of the cryptocurrency, and they tend to congregate in a place like New Hampshire where they're relatively free to conduct business as they wish. There's not so many taxes and regulations, and more importantly, there's just not such a large presence of people working for a system who might want to interfere around. It's just mostly free reign.
Yes, so your website is thedesertlinks.com. Is that where you'll be blogging about this new community, this crypto community that's developing?
Where you'd want to go for that is rebelloveshow.com. I am a co-host of the Rebel Love Show with Rob Mathias and Andrew Vermilio, and tonight our guest is the co-founder of this crypto club. And so tonight we're going to be doing a show from 9 to 10, and shortly thereafter it will be uploaded.
Very cool. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing that. Thanks so much for everything, Joel. The Bitcoin community thanks you, and we look forward to seeing where you are a year from now.
Always a pleasure.
All right. Rock on. Coming up, we've got your calls, things that folks want to share. We've invited a couple of different callers. Still waiting for some folks on Skype to connect. So while we're waiting, we could just share some random Bitcoin news. What's been going on? What's the biggest thing that's been going on in your world, in the world of Bitcoin, Joel? Anything special?
Well, my personal world, I've seen, it's a good time to buy right now.
Good time to buy. Why do you say that?
It's been the price has gotten a minor dip lately.
Do you even trade like that? I mean, I've never been interested, like, oh, it's a good time to buy, a good time to sell. Like, forget all that noise. Bitcoin is the future. If you plan on using money sometime in the future, you should get Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Forget what the price is. It doesn't matter.
That's exactly my point of view. However, when it's lower or I can afford to sell it when it's high and buy it when it's low. I use it like the currency that it is. It just when it experiences a dip, when I would not normally be buying, that prompts me to buy it at exactly that time.
All right, cool. Well, we've got some news from CoinDesk. The top story is Yelp director donates $10,000 in Bitcoin to his alma mater. Next up, a new conference to highlight Isle of Man's growing Bitcoin economy. That's exciting because Isle of Man is one of these places known as a tax haven, right, where those freedom-loving people want to avoid paying fines to the government. Plus, a report shows that Bitcoin was targeted in 22% of financial malware attacks. Even the Vietnam State TV is reporting about Bitcoin. So looks like it's really taking off. Hey, while you've been in Keene, have you had a chance to use the Skyhook Bitcoin machine?
I saw downstairs. I don't usually use the Bitcoin ATMs because in a community such as this, there's already people. There's a bunch of walking Bitcoin ATMs around anyway, as it were, users, and they don't tend to have that kind of any kind of fee or exchange rate issue. They tend to sell at spot, and it's a much better deal for me. But if I was anywhere in the world where I didn't have this awesome network of people, I'd be using those machines.
Well, I use them every day. In fact, I was asked, I cut someone's hair recently and told them that I only want to be paid in Bitcoin. He only had cash, so we were able to use the Bitcoin machine. I put my phone up to the screen, he put the cash in the machine, and boom, I had Bitcoin. It was a nice, easy way to pay, and it encourages more people to use Bitcoin. I mean, what are people doing still holding cash in their pockets when they've already got their phone? It's a little redundant, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a matter of adoption, and a lot of people haven't quite gotten around to changing their way of living, and that's the real final obstacle with Bitcoin. It seems is just getting people to just get off their butts and go actually start changing the way they do their transactions by adopting Bitcoin instead of just, well, I've been doing this all my life and my parents, so I'm going to keep on doing it. Sort of like with Visa and MasterCard and services like that, they weren't always the norm. They developed over time and had very limited adoption, and now Visa is everywhere, for example.
So what's your most exciting Bitcoin story now that you've been a part of the Bitcoin community for about 3 months, 4 months? How long have you been a part of the Bitcoin community here?
Coming up on 10.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Time sure flies. I didn't even realize you've been here that long.
Late September is when I got my first Bitcoin.
Okay, but you haven't been here in Manchester, part of the Bitcoin community.
It was late September. It was 3 days later.
Okay, that you moved? Wow, that's exciting.
I was en route when I was passing through Chicago, and I stopped for lunch with Rob Mathias, who later would come out and join me in the Shire. He paid for his part of the pizza in Bitcoin. That was my first Bitcoin.
No way. So you paid for the pizza, and Rob paid you for his part of the pizza.
Yes, I remember.
And you received his Bitcoin.
Was it $15 worth of Bitcoin then? At its peak, was worth over $100. So
wow.
that just to see that was the success story right then. That's what's kept me keeping with Bitcoin the whole time, is because I know what the value is, and it just keeps going up because it's so much of a superior form of exchange than fiat paper money.
Someone doesn't know we're broadcasting. They're not calling on the right line. So we'll just continue. The folks who are trying to dial in with us are going through a plugin installation. This is something typical that happens with Google Hangouts. It requires a brief installation process. We love to have guests on video, but sometimes it's a little difficult to make that curve. You're also welcome to dial in on Skype. It's a much easier way to get connected with us. And the Skype address is Peace News Now. We're going to take a quick break and share some Bitcoin news with you from CoinDesk.com. Bitcoin Talk Show will return after this. Hey, who's that? Welcome to Bitcoin Talk Show.
Hello, Derek. How are you? It's
Hey.
Bjorn.
Hey, Bjorn, welcome. So
It's,
you're taking control. This is your show now. What do you want to talk about?
I'm want to talk about Minomatic.
All
So
right.
it's Minomatic is a software that monitors your mining stations and lets it operate it. Just 2 seconds because my Google Hangout
Take your
sort of
time.
changed. Yeah.
We're over here. We'll put
Oh.
the Hangout screen. We'll be right back. Message.
Yeah. I put it on you. So what is Minomatic? Let's do a screen share and go to the website of Minomatic.
Okay.
So it's minomatic.com. So you're only hosting the show for today? Or is Thomas also joining in?
Yes, Thomas cannot make it today. So it's your show. You're hosting the show.
Ah, that's also lovely. So if it's my show, so let's start first. We're going to do a giveaway on Minomatic. We have released Minomatics now since 1 week ago. We haven't sold anything, so we're hoping to get some more attention to the program, and hopefully we can start a nice community about it.
Awesome.
So,
that's the show today. It's about Bitcoin community.
Yeah. So what is Minomatic?
Community.
So Minomatic is a software that helps you to manage and operate your mining stations from one place, like your home computer or your work computer, etc. It also allows you to switch from any coin that's supported by the mining software. I'm referring to like a SG miner, CG miner, because now you have like a multi-mining special software. Yeah, like you can do like X11, X12, X13. And what Minomatic does, it controls that program, like you see here. It controls the SG miner through protocol, through the API protocol. So I will start up Minomatic.
And can we see it working?
Yeah. I will just remove my station. I don't know if you normally know how you set up a mining station. Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
So here you have the mining station running. So normally if you want to change something to your mining station, you can't see that yet. Let's remove the mining station. I will just reclose the program. So, like for example, if you want to monitor some, for example, something on your mining station, you always have to go to a website, to a web browser. Like you can go locally. I will show it to you in a second. If you want to change your configuration, you have to do it all through the console, like nano /etc BAMT. Mom. And
So
here's all
you're doing, Bjorn,
so
you're using terminal to open your Minomatic program?
No, normally if you want to change something on your mining station, you have to log into a console.
Yes.
Through PuTTY or Telnet, etc. And there you have to edit a file to like add new mining stations, to add a new mining pools. Sorry. Or if you want to have like a switch for a different kind of to a different algorithm, you also have to change your miner. Like from SG miner, you have like different kind of versions. You have different kind of versions of from CG miner, etc. You have also Minerd for CPU mining. So you can through Minomatic you can choose what you want. We only have to install the necessary CG miners, or how you say it, on your mining station. After that, you have to open up the API ports. Here you see it. Here you have the API port open, the API allow, and the API listen. So these three things have to be in your configuration file. It's all fine, whatever version or whatever type of software you use on your mining, you just have to make sure that's in your configuration. If you're using a Raspberry Pi or an Ant miner, you can adjust everything. But after that, you don't need to be anymore on the mining station. So normally it just comes down to it. If you want to change something in the past, you have to go log into your mining station and edit the configuration file. So what you can do is, if you have a copy of Minomatic, you just fire up Minomatic, you add your mining station. So here in this screen, the general options, here you see my license. I can just add any coin I want. Here you see all the algorithms that Minomatic supports. So Kryptonite does proof of work, Kekak, Quark, Qubit, X11, X14, X15, etc. So here you can add a coin. Like, for example, let's add a Derek coin.
Yeah.
So I just will fill in Derek. So DRK. Derek has the algorithm X17. And difficulty and block reward we're not going to fill in. So I'm going to do add currency. So here you see the Derek coin added.
Okay.
For example, then you can create like a whole library of all the coins you're interested in. So everyone can have his own personal library of coins and maybe share it with other people. So the library gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to offer a very large library at the end of this week with 150 coins that will come with the program. You know, if you're mining a lot, you know that you have a lot of mining pools, and sometimes it's very hard to track which mining pool is doing what and what's the location and so on. So in this screen you can add all mining pools. So here we have a Dark coin. That's what I'm mining the whole time still. Wonderful coin. I'm just testing this, but it doesn't seems to work good, so I can delete this. If you add a new pool, you have to fill in those details, and the coins that you have added in this screen, you get in here. So if you want to add a mining pool, you always have to add the chosen coin, because in the next update it will get all the prices from the exchanges of the internet. That's on the market overview here. And if you go to the mining stations, of course, here you add your mining station. So I will fill in mine. Just going to give the name test. Here you can choose between the different miners. So you have a CG miner, that's for Bitcoin or SHA-256 and so on mining. Then you have a CG miner, that's all the versions, also the Turkey, and the other one I can't pronounce. And then the latest one is G miner 5. That is for multi-mining. So I'm using this on my server, so I will pick mining software. Here I will choose the algorithm I'm currently using, so X11. The mining type, I'm doing GPU. If you have an ASIC system, you can choose a ASIC as option. If you're doing CPU mining, you can choose a CPU.
Wow, so this program is really versatile. It can handle anything.
Yeah. Also you have to fill out, if you know the power details of your station, you can fill out the power supply. So for me it's around 2,200 watts.
How are you supposed to know that?
Because I have a special device I can plug into the power cord on the wall, and then it measures how much power it uses.
Okay.
And in Belgium I pay 0.26 cents a kilowatt hour. So the config path, I'm not going to fill that in. If you do that, then it will save the config file on the server on your mining station server. So if a CG miner reboots or the mining server reboots, it automatically loads the last changes that you have saved. So now we're going to do add station. Now here you see the station has been shown in the main view. Use coin analyzer isn't for the moment available. It's for analyzing the exchanges on what's the most profitable coin will be. But on that more later. So now we're done in the options screen. Now you see it hasn't been started monitoring, so I'm just going to restart it. And you will see, oops, I haven't started the mining operation. So as you can see, it's a red station offline, so I have to restart the mining process. Or you can press reset on your computer. So I'm going to restart that. Don't worry about that.
Okay. So what you're doing right now is starting your miner.
Yeah, the mining process. Because I've intervened manually. So if I now do screen -R, so I'm running bumped, by the way. I just changed this a bit. So here you see that the mining is running. So let's restart the offline station. You see it's started monitoring. So here you can see the hash.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So now I can just close this. I can just close this screen and do everything through the program. If you click on View Config, yeah, now you get the pool list tempered because the config isn't synchronized with the mining station.
Mm-hmm.
So here you see how long it's running. You can see the pool info. Here you see all my GPU cards. If I can add pools, remove pools. If I click restart mining process, you will see it restarts, and so on. You also have a color indication. You see it here. So when your mining station is still online, it will be yellow. If it's pingable, it will be yellow. If it's totally crashed, it will be red. In the next versions, we will have extra modules. So, like we described on the website. Hold on, because I'm using two screens. Everyone who ordered a feature, an early adoption feature, we give them a free license of choice. So what that means is you can choose any feature you want. So if you want like to have a reporting, detailed reporting, whatever you can think of, we make it. Yeah.
All
That's it.
kinds of modules. So if you're one of the first people to purchase this software, you can make requests for development, things that you'd like to see in the software. Is that the idea?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, terrific. Well, I love it. Thanks for showing us a full walkthrough of Minomatic. And people can already buy this at the website.
Yeah. Well, it's not really buying; it's more doing a donation to improve Minomatic and try and to make a community around it.
Right.
So like if there's someone that wants to order it, you're the first step. Like so, for example, if the second person orders Minomatic, he will have your feature, and it will goes on like that and on like that until like Minomatic is at 20 licenses sold. But then Minomatic will be like a very big program full of features that the users demanded because it's their choice what Minomatic becomes.
Right. Brilliant. Well, Bjorn, I love the project. I'd love it if you'd stay on. You're welcome to hang with us as much as you like. This is a free-form, casual call-in show. We have another caller on the line, and I want to get her in on the discussion. Just a moment. Okay. You are still muted, caller. You're muted from your end, so if you'll hit the microphone button on your screen, that should unmute you. And welcome to the show. You're on Bitcoin Talk Show. What's on your mind?
Hello, and firstly, I want to say thank you very much for inviting us. It's truly an honor for us. This is my first ever Google Hangout, so I hope you'll all bear with me
Welcome.
as I'm learning the ropes
Welcome,
and
welcome.
technical stuff.
You're doing well
Thank
so
you.
far.
Pardon?
You're doing well so far.
Thank you. And I also would like to say thank you to all my lovely friends and my Chibak family, and also all my friends on the Poloniex Exchange troll box. I'm sure a lot of them are watching us, so I want to say a big hello to all of you there. It's the best exchange troll box ever. So if anybody wants to go to have fun while they're trading, they have to visit the Poloniex troll box. So,
Okay, noted.
and well, today we just would like to announce that we're creating a coin called a Chibak, and we have a beautiful team of people. Some are here live, so I want them to talk about it more than I do, because if I start rambling, I never stop.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, bring them on.
Nice.
I'm just the co-founder and the visionary of Chibak, and we have created something called the proof of bag hold, which we hope will help people who are trading our coin not be losers at all. Even if the coin fluctuates, they will be earning a monthly bonus through our proof of bag hold project. So I'll let our friends discuss that with you now.
Okay,
Thank you.
yes, please. Let's hear from them. Where are they? Are they with you? Or are they on Skype or something?
They one should be. Let me see. I'm just talking to Josh. Invite Josh by any chance? JD, Crypto Sandwich.
Nope, I haven't invited anyone whose email address I don't have. I need to have an email address to invite them onto the show on video, but they're all welcome to dial in on Skype. The Skype line is BitcoinTalkShow.
Okay.
In the meantime, while we wait, I'd like to hear more from Bjorn. And also,
Yes.
I want to know also, what are you familiar with this proof of whatever? Ellie is. What is your name, caller? Who's not Bjorn?
Ellie.
Ellie. So what is the proof of what? Ellie? What's it?
Proof of bag hold.
Proof of bag hold. Like you're holding bag.
Of what? Bag hold. I never heard of that.
We've got proof. Basically, the coin will be 2 million coin maximum cap. We have 500k coins to be basically sold on the exchange.
Okay. We're getting we got 2 calls here. I'm gonna see if I can combine them.
Great.
We got JD who's on the line. JD, you are on Bitcoin Talk Show. Hello, JD.
Hello, Josh.
Hello.
I guess he's not hearing us. Hello.
Are you there?
We'll wait for. Yeah, he's here. I can see him, but he's probably not hearing us because he's not saying anything. I'll see if. How about Chuck Charles? Is he one of your team?
Not Chuck Charles. We've got Sam should be there. Sam. So should Sam phone? Phone in. Sam and Cynthia should be here.
Okay. Well,
Don't know if
I'm
they
gonna
were
see who this
shy.
is calling in. Hey, you're on Bitcoin Talk Show. What's going on, Chuck Charles?
My interest is more in Bitcoin wallets, having secure Bitcoin wallets.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
It looks like you've got video. You should share a video with us, Chuck Charles.
Okay.
Jump into the Hangout. Send me on Skype your email address. We'll have you jump on video. You've got some cool stuff to share. Just
Okay,
Skype me your email. And all right, Sam Selva, you are on Bitcoin Talk Show. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Hello, Derek. I'm also a co-visionary of Chibak.
Cool. I want to know more about Chibak. I want to know what proof of bag hold is.
Oh, wait, it was Chibak, isn't it?
What's it called? Chibak? Chibak?
Yeah, Chibak. Yeah, it's like a Chinese thing.
Chibak.
Man, I'm confused.
Yeah, proof of bag hold is basically, well, you know, when people buy coins and they're you know, basically saving their coins, and you know, there's a lot of coins out there that, you know, they don't deliver, and basically they'll devalue over time. So our focus is on coin that has investments and sort of asset-backed coin.
Okay, I follow.
So like people buy the coins and they get rewarded each month. So.
Okay, I follow that much. Now I think we've got JD connected with us. So JD and Sam, you are both on Bitcoin Talk Show with Ellie and Bjorn.
Yes.
Hello.
Great to be here.
Hello, welcome.
So I like the idea. You've got a new coin. You've got a team. You're all on board here together. What's the most exciting part about it, and how did you develop this community?
Got this, Ellie?
Oh,
No,
is it for me?
I want to hear from you first. We haven't heard from you.
Sounds good. Call me Joshua.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, Joshua.
Ellie and I have gone back probably since February. I started a Crypto Sandwich, and Ellie started which is a giveaway blog of altcoins, and Ellie had started Cryptosphere or Bit Billions.
Cool.
And we just kind of leaned on each other a lot, went through a lot of the learning curves together. So she's kind of my crypto sis, as I call her.
Cool.
And just by forming that relationship, and then she's really a force of nature on that Poloniex troll box. She's just working with her. Just whenever she has an idea, she's going to just keep pounding and executing it and see it through. I really wish I had her type of energy, but yeah, when she had an idea to create her own coin, and some of that has come from just us both being coin promoters. We saw so many coins coming out, and people really weren't putting their names on the coins, and we kind of called them disappearing developers, where they're really active for a week, and then suddenly we wouldn't hear from them again. And sometimes we were just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of embarrassing as coin promoters sometimes when we get excited about a coin from talking about these developers, and then suddenly the whole team, their whole team leaves. So Ellie and I started talking about this project a while back, and just wanted to do it a little differently.
So what is your hope with this coin? What sort of goals do you have for it?
Ellie's really the vision. Yeah, good.
Oh, okay. Well, two primary things we wish to fulfill here is that, as basically on a wider level, the human race as a species cannot survive in the economic climate that we have been brought up on and that we're currently residing in. So the only way that we can survive and help the planet survive is basically to move into a new paradigm. Now, I believe that with cryptocurrencies, we have that bridge, that stepping stone towards a higher consciousness as a human species, and also it allows for individual human expression to evolve on a higher plane. In other words, instead of us just being like following just the big banks and the big corporations and just being slaves to a system that does not serve us, we are able to express our own individual innate beauty, even within a cryptocurrency, and that actually serves for the greater good as well.
So I might be kind of annoying in asking you this, but why can't Bitcoin do that?
Yeah, that's also what I was thinking.
The thing with Bitcoin, we actually want to help promote Bitcoin by backing our coin with Bitcoin investments. In other words, we are looking to purchase from SwiftBits Limited our first Bitcoin ATM machine, cashless Bitcoin ATM from Diamond Circle, and some shares. We want to broaden the market cap for Bitcoin and using our coin also as a vehicle. Now, our coin, what we are giving, which perhaps Bitcoin isn't doing at the moment, we are rewarding those coin holders who basically have bought 100 or more Chibak coins. And as long as they retain 100 or more Chibak, they are rewarded a bonus from the net profits of our investments. So we are hedging our coin with investments so that even if the coin fluctuates, nobody's really losing. Even if someone did something to our code or forked our coin, we could just create another coin because we have assets backing that coin, protecting that coin.
Okay, so the idea is unlike Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, this is a cryptocurrency which is backed by actual assets. So you'd be investing in Bitcoin companies and Bitcoin properties, things like ATM machines, I assume, or like physical property, as well as...
Eventually, we're thinking with Abundance Coin, who actually Josh is the co-founder of Abundance Coin, and we've got Plankton Coin. We're also thinking of collaborating with other good coin devs to create more asset-backed businesses for their coins and also for our coin. Like we're thinking Plankton Pizza, for example. We bought the domain for that, for Crypto Hangouts.
You have that gave you the inspiration to do this? I mean, how do you get the idea to have an asset-backed cryptocurrency? Where do you come from?
Well, the thing is, like I said, I'm a lousy trader. I buy high, sell low, or whatever. You know, I'm not a very good trader, and you know, I've been bag holding coins to a kingdom come, and we joke a lot on the Polonics. You know, what are we bag holding today? So I thought, okay, let's take bag holding to the next level. Let's make bag holding something cool, something funky, something hip, something.
So this
whatever.
So you've been successful with bag holding?
Some coins, well, we've been promoting, like I said, with Josh and with the Cynthia coins, you know, for quite a few months now. So, you know, we're investing some of that in some coin ICOs, you know, IPOs, and some went really well, some went pear-shaped. But on the whole, you know, I've been able to reinvent myself through cryptocurrency, which in the dry economic climate that we have now would have been impossible. And I've been able to find an expression through this. And I hope that everybody, I have a 19-year-old son who found out about Bitcoin through myself, you know, and I'm trying to help him get more involved. And I said to him, this is your future. Forget oil and gas. This is your future now. Cryptocurrency is for you. It's for you guys. I want to create this so that when I leave this world, the next generation won't say, oh, you guys, you Generation X people, you did nothing for us.
Yes,
I want to be able to leave and to say, guys, I tried my best. I may fail, I may succeed, I don't know, but at least I tried.
Yes, good for you, Ellie. That's the kind of spirit I think we all need to have. Is you know, leaving something better for the future, leaving the world better than we found it, looking to this innovation rather than like, oh, let's just rely on, you know, oil our whole lives.
Exactly.
Like, that'll last forever. This is great. Good for you. Thanks for trying something new and brave.
Thank you.
Any other thoughts do you want to add, Bjorn, or anything Sam or Josh you want to add to this project?
Yeah, you remember me from, we were talking about the global Bitcoin ATM.
Yes, I remember you, Sam. You're working with Ellie on this project?
Yeah, and Anton's also helping back through the UCI, and yeah, so.
Cool.
I think Anton.
Yeah, Anton is an angel investor as well.
And how did you all meet each other? Because the theme of this show today, this episode in particular of Bitcoin Talk Show, is about community, Bitcoin community. How did you guys find each other? In the troll box?
Well, I met Yanji some years now. We were doing the different sort of online opportunities and things. So we got into the hydro infra investments thing. We met through there. So.
We went through everything, cyclers, HYIPs, all the rubbish things that went down. So we've got a lot of experience in all the scams online and everything that went down. And even with crypto, you know, I've been out. My first month I was hacked. I mean, got DOSed. You know, everything flooded. You know, we've been through everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we're trying to choose the best, and then try to bring out the best.
So you.
So I'm watching this episode.
So you invented the whole algorithm, or you?
Well, the proof of bag hold, yes, is like kind of my idea from the troll box, but it's okay. It's not exactly an algorithm, but yeah, we've kind of made it into an algorithm. Like we've got proof of stake and proof of bag hold, and
so you just coupled various techniques to create a new coin, or if I get the good impression.
Well, our coin is just an X13 from Peercoin clone, but the bag hold is what is going to set it apart. And what we want to do is every month as we grow our investments and our income, we will technologically advance the coin as well. So as we've got a poll actually at the moment on Bitcoin Talk, asking our punters, what they would like to see first. And as we have income coming in, we will develop the coin technologically as well.
Yes.
So we want to. It's like for us. It's like a baby. We're actually going to give a birthing ceremony actually to the coins when we mine the first coins. Well, we're just hoping. We're just sorting out some code work with the dev. So as soon as we're going to actually have a birthing ceremony before we actually get it on. We have 3 exchanges that want it, but there's one exchange that we really.
I hope you'll live stream that. I want to be a part of the birthing ceremony for the first ever birth of a cryptocurrency. That sounds pretty nice.
Are you also backed up by mining pools, or?
Well, we are going to have a multiple arranged hopefully afterwards, so that people can actually mine other coins and get paid in Chibak. Yes. Because it's a fully POS coin. We are thinking eventually to create another 2 coins, one PAL and one community coin eventually that will also be backed by assets. We want the proof of bag hold to go to as many coins as possible. We don't want to be the only ones doing this. We'll be happy if other people copy, because we want a healthy crypto environment. This is so vital for the next generation to come in a healthy cryptocurrency environment, not one where all the devs run off with all the coins, or miners keep dumping too cheap, or just whales are accumulating and other people are losing. We want a crypto environment where everybody involved is a winner.
Yeah.
This is our main focus, that nobody's a loser who is involved in crypto. This is what we want.
That's a nice idea.
It's a very nice goal.
Yeah.
I hope that you can achieve it. And any other thoughts? Website to plug, perhaps? Or
yes, we have a website in progress, chibak.com. It's not finished yet, but you can see if you go to Bitcoin Talk, we have an extensive pre-announcement thread.
Can you spell that for us? The website.
Chibak. Oh, www.chibak.com.
Yeah, but spell Chibak.
Actually,
Q-I-B-U-C-K.
Q-U-I...
No, you. It's just Q-I-B-U-C-K.
QI is chi.
Yeah.
You want to describe it, Ellie, just to give a better?
It's basically vital life force energy. So what we're trying to do, chi in Chinese is vital life force, like when you do tai chi and stuff. And we wanted to put the energy back into currency, because currency is dead at the moment. Fiat money is dead. It's has no real intrinsic value anymore.
I see the website here. It says honesty, transparency, 100% bullshit free. I like it.
Yeah, that was Cynthia, that's our webmaster there. She's lovely. She's also Bitcoin Mafia. She does a lot of promoting of coins. And she's a real geek goddess. I call her geek goddess. I cannot reach her geeky level in this lifetime. She's a very clever girl.
All right, very good. So I think we've heard it. Chibuk. You can check it out at QIBUCK.com to learn about it.
I will keep an eye on it. Did you also post it on the Bitcoin Talk forum?
Yes, we are on Bitcoin Talk as Chibuk.
Then I will definitely see it.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm mostly thankful to the beautiful friendships I've made with all our teammates, and I call them my Chibuk family, because we are really a family. Spiritually, emotionally, in every way, we are very close. We're all a family.
How do you communicate most with this community?
On Skype, Trollbox, announcement threads. We're going to have our own forum up soon after the launch. We're going to have hangouts as well, live hangouts, just to talk about the development and try to get the community more engaged as to what they want from our coin, improvements, etc. So we really want to engage the community. It's their coin as much as ours. It's the bag holder's coin. I'm hoping to bag hold a chunk as well to buy. Oh yes, I have to mention it's 100% ICO at launch. So we are not keeping any of the pre-mine. We have to buy the coin ourselves if we want to bag hold as well.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, that's.
It's very interesting.
Hey, another thing. I'm curious how you're feeling about the bit license nonsense that's going down. Something we talk about pretty regularly on this show. Since you've created your own cryptocurrency, will you be interested in applying for a bit license?
Do you know, I've never heard of a bit license.
Say
So,
no. Oh, good. Yeah. See, no, you're not interested. There's no reason to be interested. Forget about it. You don't need one.
we don't need one.
No.
Would it enhance our presence in the crypto land world?
No, forget about it. It's unnecessary. It's bullshit, and Chibuck is bullshit free, so you don't need that.
Oh, okay. Thank you for
got
this
it.
one.
So we're gonna move on to our next caller, but I want to thank you, Ellie, for joining us. Chibuck, QIBUCK.com. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
And thank you, Sam. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, on the line we have Chuck Charles, who's got something to share with us about paper wallets. Go ahead, Chuck.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Good. So I
So
wish I could share your video with the crowd. Unfortunately, it's just I'm only
joined
able to
the
share
Google.
audio.
I joined the Google Plus. I'm on the Google Hangouts now.
Oh, you're on Google Hangouts right now with us?
Yeah, I'm watching the video feed right now.
Oh, well, you're watching. Well, you should join us on video.
How do I do that?
I don't know. There should be a link that you get your email address that says, like, click this link to join the Hangout. If you didn't get it, I'll send it to you, because we need to show the folks what you've got. We'll get you connected. Hey, Sam, you're back on.
Hey, yeah, I think we dropped out for that time.
Yeah, I kicked you off.
Yeah. Okay.
Why? You had more to say?
I think it was about the bit. I only got to the part the Bitcoin license thing.
Yeah, I was saying,
Yeah.
is she concerned about, like, oh, you might need a Bitcoin license because you created a Bitcoin or a new cryptocurrency? And I
Well,
was just
Yeah, it's a pity. It's a pity.
Yeah, I think that was New York, innit? But
you.
it applies to everywhere, innit? But yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
I think the Bitcoin Foundation is looking into that. Like they're asking for extension, isn't it? Yeah.
Baloney, asking for extension. Just ignore the suckers.
Exactly.
Yeah. How did they get authority over you, Sam? How did they get authority over Ellie? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But I think it's the same like they tried in England with the automobile industry in 1800 and I don't know the exact date. But that's why you don't have like a lot of automobile industry in England, because in the beginning they put it, a lot of red flags to prevent to prevent that. And I think it's the same they're going to do with Bitcoin. It's just pull the whole place a lot of red flags. So you like if you want Bitcoin, you have to do that, etc. So they get like a lot of control around Bitcoin. So that's in the end what they want to do and destroy it.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I see the bit license are pointless, really. Yeah.
Why, if you live in New York, it's not. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just scared because on the last show I also asked because I just started my own company in Cryptoland. My Nomadic is the product.
Yeah.
And I was also very worried on what was going to happen now, but for the moment it doesn't have any consequences for Europe. So I'm really glad.
Yes, it does, because if it means you can't do business with anyone in New York.
Yeah, true.
Well, that's a consequence. That's a big consequence.
Yeah, or they have to lie, but I think most people will do that.
Right. Wait a minute. People are gonna lie? Hard to believe. Well, yeah, it's crazy that's where we're at right now. I know there's the Bitcoin Center in New York has had a strong push for a Bitcoin license petition. Andre DeCastro has circled that petition around. I think it's even on change.org. So a lot of people are throwing up their hands saying, hey, wait a minute, this thing is a bad idea. I don't know how you came to have authority over us or who made you master of the universe, but you're really screwing up all this innovation that could be wonderful. Stop getting in our way. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's
I totally agree.
how I feel about it as well.
Yeah. Well,
so
won't be signing any.
In the
So it's pointless.
in the meantime, I would start to give away a free license of Minomatic.
Yeah, that's a good license. We like that kind.
Yeah, so you will have the choice. You will get it totally free for a lifetime, and you will be the first person who can ask a feature that I will program for you this week. So it can be anything your heart desires, but it has to be mining related. You have to be a miner, of course. And the first question I will ask is when did the first World Crypto Show went to air on YouTube? So that shouldn't be such a hard one.
When did the first World Crypto Network show air on YouTube? Well, that's an answer we can probably find on the internet, so hopefully someone's able to Google that or find it on our YouTube page. I'll also tweet that question out just
Yeah.
in case. That helps.
Also, we have someone following on Minomatic as well, so if you want to contact us through Twitter, contact through the Twitter show or Twitter at Minomatic, or just call into Skype.
Neat. Alright.
Oh yeah, you can Skype the show if you're just joining us and you aren't aware. You can dial in and take control of this show, become a co-host for the day, like Sam and Bjorn are doing. You can dial in 708-23 coins. That's 708-232-6467, or Skype in at BitcoinTalkShow, and you can answer Bjorn's first question and win some free software. So the question is, when was the first World Crypto Network show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tweeted. All right, very good. Now, while we wait for a response, what you got? What you got in the news? What's affecting you these days? Aside from Minomatic, I mean, are you reading the big?
Yeah.
What do you read?
No, for the last week I haven't done much because I had to make a trial system, sorry, for Minomatic. So.
This is actually working. What
so
about?
I was more like
We've
that's why I
got-
listen to the shows.
Sorry, I'm talking right over you. Go ahead. You're the host.
That's why I always watching the shows every Wednesday to get like the latest news and updates on in crypto land. So.
Well, it looks like we got a new caller. Chuck is with us on video. He was Skyping in earlier. Chuck, you are on Bitcoin Talk Show, and we can see your paper wallets.
Awesome. I can hear talking in the background. I probably have some feedback going on here.
Maybe, but we can't hear the talking, so it sounds crystal clear.
Okay, well that sounds good. My concern has been with secure paper wallets.
Yeah?
So what I've done is you probably recognize one of these. These are the paper wallets that came out of the Piper printer.
Yes, I recognize those. And I think I realize what is also happening with the slight echo in the background. If you're still listening to the broadcast, you'll want to close the broadcast that is live and
Okay.
only listen to our Hangout.
Stand by.
Yep, standing by. And I do recognize those Piper Bitcoin wallets. Those are pretty nifty. On a recent episode of Bitcoin Talk Show, Mad Bitcoins was talking about adding a Piper wallet to his Skyhook so that people could use them in tandem.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And following with that, it's trying to find a secure way to make the paper wallets. And when he started talking about the Piper, that's when I got excited and I bought one.
Cool.
So what I've done is I've taken the Piper and I make a copy through with the printer, and then I laminate it into these cards here.
Okay. What do you do with that?
Well, that will allow me to have a very secure wallet. What happens with the paper when you run it through the laminator is it turns black, as you can see here.
Well, that's no good.
Well, that's fine. This is your public key here. Inside is the Piper that got laminated, and it turns black, and what that does is it surrounds the private key and it makes it unable to be read, even with heavy light. You still can't see through it.
But
So
Chuck,
it's like
isn't it
camouflage.
useless?
Yeah.
What's that?
Isn't it
It's like a
useless then?
camouflage or something like that.
Oh yeah, well, we're asking two different questions. Bjorn is asking if that camouflages the QR code. I'm asking if it makes it useless.
What it does is it destroys the Piper wallet, the Piper paper wallet, but it's been photocopied onto this paper. So what it does is it obscures the QR code on the inside. There's the private key on the inside there. You see that, all right?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So when you cut open this, what you do is you can extract the private key and then do what you want with it. Put it on a hot wallet and spend it that way.
Chuck, where is your camera right now? I am so confused. I see both of your hands and you're speaking clearly, so it can't be in your mouth. Is it on your head?
I have it wrapped around my neck, but I'm actually also got headphones on. So.
This is awesome. You're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, well, thank you.
So where did you get that?
Yeah.
Where did I get these wallets? I made them.
Oh. Any tutorial you did on it? It would be lovely. It would be lovely to recreate it.
Well, I'm still trying to find out some kind of business I can do with this, but again, it comes down to trust. You were talking about why people trust credit cards and trust banks. It's because of that trust thing. Now we're talking about a network of exchange that is trustless. So what we need is a fundamental change in attitudes on how money is spent across the internet. You don't need to trust a bank anymore. You don't need to trust anyone. All it is just a pure system. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wrong. You do need to trust someone. You need to trust yourself more than.
Sure.
And it means more personal responsibility than ever.
Derek, but that's why you pay taxes, because for the 1% you don't trust yourself, they have the police. So.
Oh yeah, that's working out great. Well, I think it does involve more personal responsibility than ever. You bring up a great point, Chuck. People can't trust that you haven't scanned some of these paper wallets already. Like, what if you made paper wallets and you're selling them? People would have to believe that you don't have the private key somewhere.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Even though I myself know that these are secure, even though I have not copied any of these, no one would trust that, and nor should they.
Now, do you have the Piper wallet that includes a USB drive?
Yes, I do. I have the Piper wallet that includes not only the USB,
but the network port as well?
The network port. I don't know if you can see it here.
Yeah.
There it is.
He doesn't trust that. He doesn't trust the network port because he doesn't want a CIA agent sneaking into his home late at night and plugging it in and putting some malicious software on it. But you're not concerned about that, are you?
No, not here. I'm in Western Canada, middle of nowhere. So, yeah, it's not likely that the NSA is going to visit me here.
But you never know, you never know.
Yeah, so have you used the USB port? Because when Thomas did a live demonstration on last episode, it was a fail. He tried it twice or 3 times. It did not succeed. But the idea was you could create a key pair of a public-private key, put it on a USB drive, and then give that to someone who's looking for a cold storage wallet.
The idea behind it is you flip it to remember before you boot the thing up, and then you print your wallets, and then the next time you boot up, you have a USB drive in it. Then when it boots up, it'll print to the USB stick.
Oh, I see. I think it was human error then.
Yeah, it's just a matter of the procedure, which comes, what you have to do first. So I've only tried it once. It's not something that I would do. But what I have done is I connected it up to a monitor. I've plugged it into the printer. I've had a keyboard and mouse all connected to the Piper wallet, and it's all independent. It's a complete computer all by itself.
Yes, just got to give a shout out. Happy 420 to everyone on the East Coast. I'm here in New York time, so happy 420, everyone. I don't know where you are in Canada, but you said you're in the West.
Yeah, west, about 200 miles north of Montana.
All right, so we've got a couple more hours before you can celebrate, but that's terrific. Any other thoughts that you want to share about the Piper wallet or the ways that you've used these paper wallets? Also, I'm curious, that since the theme is about Bitcoin community, do you have a community up there of Bitcoin users?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there are two of us.
Well, two makes company, I suppose.
Well, he's more into the mining aspect of it, and I'm more into the secure wallet part of it.
Okay, well, you work as a team then. And have you spread Bitcoin to any of the local businesses in your area?
They're all very not trusting of it. There's words of Ponzi scheme, there's words of money laundering business, and it's all just a smokescreen. I think it's disinformation that's being dissembled around here. So it's a very slow process.
Well, you're going to correct that, right?
Well, that's the plan.
Okay, well, we need your help. That's the theme, Bitcoin community. What about you, Bjorn? Do you have a Bitcoin community in Belgium?
Yes, I'm a local member of the Bitcoin community in Ghent. Every month we have a meetup, where people from all over the country come over and ask us questions. Also, this September we're going to do not sort of presentation around Bitcoin for interested people, but it's all locally and it's in Dutch. But yes, I do. I go sleep with Bitcoin and I stand up with Bitcoin.
I understand. Now, we were talking about the bit license before you jumped on, Chuck. I'm curious, now that you're a money transmitter, will you be signing up for a money transmitter license?
No,
That's
not in the cards at the moment.
the right answer. I'm glad to hear that, Chuck. I asked, almost expecting a laugh or a no reply, but occasionally there will be some people who say, "Oh yes, yes," and they straighten their tie. "Oh yes, I can't wait. I'm gonna go get myself a bit license. I'm gonna go pay the money, and then I'll be the only game in town." I think what they're really looking for is a protectionist racket. I think that they think, if I get this bit license and no one else does, I'll be the only game in town. I'll dominate the Bitcoin market. But do you think they're wrong?
I think they're wrong because most of the people that use Bitcoin or cryptographic in generally are rebels. So once Bitcoin gets fully licensed, we just switch to another technology, or reinvent a new wheel, and then we drive on that wheel. So they have to extinguish us as a race.
Go ahead,
There was
Sam.
talk about white Bitcoins and black Bitcoins, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
we talked about that in the last episode. Like, they're all going to go black.
Chuck doesn't say anything. He's quiet.
But that's
Let us hear what you're thinking, Chuck.
well,
What am I?
he's showing off the black sides of his cards. I
Yeah,
think that's
the
his,
the Bitcoin wallets.
and I still don't get
Yeah.
that. Like with that black part, that's just it just obfuscates the code, and that's the paper itself. When it's laminated, when it's heated, it turns black.
Yeah, that's how the paper in the Bitcoin wallet maker, the Piper wallet, that's how it works. It doesn't use ink or anything, it uses heat. So the paper is a heat-sensitive paper. So
Wow.
there's so when you laminate it, what it does is it turns the whole thing black. So when I do fold it into the wallet, I wrap it around the key. There it is. I wrap it around the key, and when it turns black, it completely obscures the private key. So I'll laminate it.
But you don't know what your business is going to be yet. You're making these things. How many do you have?
Not too many, couple dozen. I'm just experimenting with it right now. But my aim was to make ultra secure paper wallets. So it would be so much easier to do in front of people. That way, the trust aspect would actually be much easier to attain. But for right now, they're as secure as they could possibly be. I could put money on any one of these, and I'd be totally confident. So, but that's just for the storage thing. That has nothing to do with spending or trying to make Bitcoin more accepted. So this is just a way of securing the Bitcoin.
When does the mining up in Canada? You don't do that.
I do some of it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, if you can see my miner on top of the...
Ah, then maybe you are interested in Minomatic. That's an ASIC miner.
Minomatic.
I am actually intensely interested in it. My
Oh, you've got a question to answer. The question is, what was the first episode of Bitcoin or of World Crypto Network?
The first episode of World Crypto Network. Gosh, I don't know.
Well,
yeah, you can win a free copy of Minomatic, and you can request one feature of choice that I will program for you.
I have to come up with the exact date?
Yeah, you have to come up
yeah.
with a date. Do some Googling in the background. We'll give you some time.
Yeah, I'll get
In
right
the
on
mean-
that.
In the meantime, we've got a story. You've got some time. I've got a story from the Isle of Man's growing Bitcoin economy. This comes to us from CoinDesk. I'm going to do a brief screen share with you guys because I think this fits into the theme of people. You know, you said, Bjorn, that Bitcoiners are rebels. Well, Lieutenant Governor and the British Queen's personal representative, Adam Wood, is set to headline the first annual Crypto Valley Summit on the Isle of Man next month. The event, set for 17th and 18th of September, will spotlight a diverse crowd of Bitcoin thinkers, and by contrast, government representatives, and Bitcoin leaders, and will include BTC China founder and CEO Bobby Lee, House of Keys member John Shimon, and GoCoin CEO Steve Beauregard. Discussions will focus on local regulation, adoption within the Bitcoin community, and unique challenges that startups may face in the local economy. Now, why is the Isle of Man such a big deal? Well, the Isle of Man government offered broad classification of its regulations for digital currency. And at the time, the government stated that businesses not classified as money transmitters will be regulated under existing laws. So it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, guys, the Isle of Man was just the first place to say that, like, Bitcoin is safe. We're not going to invent any new crazy regulations to put people behind bars just for trading in cryptocurrencies. Is that right?
I don't believe that. I think the government will always, in a way, try to influence the mainstream. Because if they lose control over us, over the mainstream, then they don't have any income. It's like not so long ago I saw a parliamentaire, a politic in the European Council, who was like hitting on the table to tell, and he was telling like, the normal people should know what you are doing with them, because like in Europe, if you have a lot of money, you don't have to pay taxes, and the normal hard-working people have to pay a lot of taxes and have to follow the rules. And capitalism, not. So.
What's the government like in Belgium?
They ask a lot of taxes. The more you work, the more you have to pay. So.
Well, that's the same everywhere.
And if you don't work, they give you free money. So.
That's not bad.
That's what you pay taxes for. Yeah, it's bad, yeah. But Belgium is a good, we have a good social security and so on. We also have a lot of benefits, but I rather have to pay more taxes than get all that extra benefits. So, that's my opinion.
Right. Where are you located, Sam?
Just in London and Fulham. So yeah, I think that it's pretty okay regarding bitcoins, but on I think selling goods, they charge like 20% of VAT, something maybe. Yeah.
The taxes in Belgium are 21%.
So any success, Chuck, with looking up the correct answer for our giveaway here?
I only see 6 months worth of video on the YouTube site, so I'll say 6 months. 6 months ago.
That's the same thing. Sorry, go ahead. He can't hear you.
Is he close enough?
Yeah, for me he's close enough.
All right! Ding, 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 ding! You got it!
Ding, 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 ding.
How long have you been in the Bitcoin space, Bjorn?
For about 2 or 3 years. I started like following Bitcoin when it's like was around in dollars $3 to $5. It was very cheap.
Okay.
But I didn't bought any at that time. Then I did a little bit of mining, but during that time I lost wallets. So I don't. But
were they still measured in dollars? That's weird that you're in Belgium and you would say that you were buying Bitcoin at at a certain dollar amount.
Yeah, because if I talk in euro, then it's because most people here we also talk in dollars. I only just change markets. Yeah, everyone is using dollars over here to express the value in Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, it's good for expressing the devaluation.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know Tuur de Meester?
Do I know what?
Do you know Tuur de Meester? He's a very good market analyst.
No.
Around Bitcoin.
Is it a person?
Yeah, you should Google him, and maybe you should. Tuur, I will type it.
Okay, type it over.
He would be a very interested speaker to get on the show. Also, he's been into the Max Keiser report, and he has his own Dutch show. Do you know maybe Microtrends?
No, I don't know it. I gotta get involved. I gotta learn about this show. He's got his own show?
Yeah. Yeah, he does a lot of predictions about Bitcoin, and they're almost correct because he's like some sort of economical.
Tuur de Meester, yes. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
He also lives in Bruges, where I live.
Oh, really? You're in Bruges?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's very cool. I love how international Bitcoin can be. It's truly, I used to be afraid of a world currency. I was always into gold and silver before Bitcoin came around, and I was fearful of a global currency that maybe some world government would try and unite all governments with this one monetary system. And I thought that would be a really bad thing because one small group of people controlling a currency would be disastrous. They could manipulate it. They could manipulate the people who use it. They could give benefits to their friends and pick winners and losers in businesses. But then Bitcoin came along, and it sort of is that world currency, but without the central controllers.
So I think it's just a really great way of international money transfers. It just works extremely well for that.
Is that what you use it for?
I'm not using it for it personally, but I can actually see it happening.
You use Bitcoin personally?
There's no place to use it here, Derek. I bought my Piper with it. I bought my miners with it, but locally there's nowhere to spend it.
What about Amazon? You don't order stuff from Amazon?
I have an Amazon account. I didn't know they took Bitcoin at the moment, right now.
Yeah, but then you have to use a third party, I think. Snapcard?
BitPay.
I use Gift. GYFT.
Yeah.
If you get money back, Chuck. You gotta use this. If you're buying stuff from Amazon anyway, you can get 3% back by spending Bitcoin. All you do is you use a third party called Gift, GYFT. You can sign it right through your Facebook or whatever, and you send them the Bitcoin. They send you a little gift card, and then you use that gift card with Amazon. They have like 50,000 different retailers. This is not an ad, by the way, but
is it also for books, etc.?
Yeah, you can use it in stores. I can go shopping at a local grocery store, restaurants. I can buy shoes, clothes, anything you could possibly want. And now Newegg and Dell.com, they all accept Bitcoin. So
Yeah, I've read about that.
come on.
But do they need a bit license, Derek?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I guess so if they're going to deal with customers in New York. But forget about it, man. No, we need people like Overstock.com, Patrick Byrne, to be like, we're not doing it, okay?
YouTube will ban you for that. They will censor it.
Oh no, it's a kids show.
Check. Can you send an email to info@minomatic.com to reclaim your license?
Yes, Chuck, do it.
Then my partner at the other side will do the rest. Will send you the license and so on.
Well, I'll pass that on to my mining partner. He's the mining guru. So.
Oh yeah, get him set up.
And say to him that he can choose a feature of choice that he would like to have.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he at, Chuck? Get him on.
He is in a town probably 100 miles away from here.
Yeah, but we got the internet. Just put him on the show.
Yeah. So
you're like 10,000 miles away from me.
He's living on a farm, and I tried getting a hold of him earlier. He's not in, so he's working somewhere.
Bitcoin on a farm?
Yep. This is the whole thing with him. He's actually got an array of solar panels up and a battery bank. He's mining Bitcoin for no expense.
Nice.
So he's making his own power and mining Bitcoin with it. It is brilliant.
Stealing Bitcoin from the sun.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And with the power of Minomatic, you will have a lot of profit.
And that's beautiful.
When something goes wrong, you will see it right away.
That's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. I think so, but I'll have to talk to him, Bjorn, about that.
Yeah.
Bjorn, how
also, for checking my trust, if you go to the Bitcoin Talk forum, hold on, I will just share the thread.
Yeah.
There you can check my trust, see that I'm trustworthy, and so on, because other people did also other mining business with me. I'm a local member of the Bitcoin community, so from the beginning.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like you see here. Like also, this is our voorzitter. Dan also that's the boss of the meeting. So yeah, we got all good of trusts. So you can just check me out and see I'm a trustworthy person. So.
I don't know. Hey, Bjorn, how would a person fill out the kilowatt per hour price if they're using solar panels?
Then you just have to no, it's the power usage, your PC usage. So like if you have like 4 GPUs, for example, that consumes like with the computer 1,200 watts. Then
Yes.
After that you have the price. So if you have solar panels, you don't have to fill out any energy price, because
okay, so the price would be zero.
Yeah. So it will be more profit. You will your revenue will be.
So another question for the group, and Sam, you're still on, so jump in here if you like.
Sure.
Have you played with Ethereum at all?
Not really. I'm working on another project which is working on blockchain 2.0. It's called X Currency.
I've heard about that, but haven't looked into it.
I'm on the foundation of X Currency, and they're planning on. Well, we already have launched a coin, but yeah, it's sort of a private platform, so anonymous sort of coin. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So how is it more anonymous than Bitcoin?
Well, it has the sort of multi-path technology developed by Mr. Dan Metcalf, and he was recently at the Bitcoin Beltway 2014. So I think he met with the Black Coin community over there as well. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, nice.
So you don't mess with Ethereum, but you've got your own thing going.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
I'm more interested into MadeSafe. That looks for me the next Bitcoin thing.
Yeah. So you're more into MadeSafe than Ethereum. You're not as
Yeah.
focused on that. Tell me what's
No.
MadeSafe these days. Where do you get your news on that?
Just I'm in the MadeSafe development groups, so everything gets posted through the development groups. You have you have like two Google development groups around MadeSafe. So if you subscribe to those groups, you get all the information through email. So yeah, I like it. I've tried to put up to join the testnet through my Raspberry Pi. But once I upgrade the Pi software to Jesse, it gets corrupted. So I still have to look more into that before I can start develop applications for MadeSafe. So
Right.
maybe one day we will see Minomatic in the cloud.
Oh, that would be great. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So
Because I like the idea like from MadeSafe is that you have a decentralized internet. So no government can interfere with whatever program you create. If it's a program they hate and that's not allowed, you can get it on through MadeSafe. And now you have to go deep under the sea and use other kind of methods to get your programs.
are you a MadeSafe man, Chuck? You know, it occurs to me, Chuck, that you're not going to have much luck selling those paper wallets now that they've been on this show. All the private keys have been shown. I don't even know if Chuck's still with us. You with us, Chuck?
Hey, Chuck.
Did we lose him?
Yep. Sorry, I'm here. I was muted.
That's okay. I was just joking.
I haven't exposed any of the private keys to the camera. This is the only one, and I've blotted it out. So all the other private keys have not been shown. So these are mostly just test wallets anyway.
I take it back. Do you play with Ethereum or MadeSafe?
I'm more multi-bit and blockchain .info. I use blockchain.info on my cell phone.
Okay. Hey, we got another caller. Should we take it?
Sure.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, we should take it.
Hey, Matthew, you are on Bitcoin Talk Show. Welcome.
Hey, I just I had heard the mention of the MadeSafe network and Ethereum and particularly Blackcoin. I just wanted to jump in with a little bit of that 2.0 conversation.
Please do.
As far as just the intents and purposes behind them.
Yep.
When I attended the North American Bitcoin Conference in Chicago, one of the things that I had seen David Johnston, who has recently been appointed essentially the chairman of the board for Mastercoin. He had had an appearance, and one of the things that they were discussing is the fact that right now the market has a sort of a perspective of competition, so to speak. Though the players for these groups are actually starting to see that they serve distinctly different purposes.
Yeah.
So, for example, MadeSafe actually does away with the blockchain entirely. It serves an entirely different purpose and focus than something like Ethereum. And
right.
And long term, what we're likely to see is an integration of these, currently perceived as competing entities. There's a good chance that Ethereum will be leveraged in a lot of platforms that get rolled out on top of MadeSafe. Also, I wanted to
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I mean, they just serve distinctly different purposes and really are not competing technologies in many senses, just due to the fact that they can be leveraged in so many different ways. One of the things that I also wanted to mention was just the idea as far as, I'm sorry, I've I can't remember the individual with the Minomatic software.
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
One of the things. I'm sorry.
Bjorn.
Yeah,
Bjorn. Thanks. One of the things that you had mentioned was that you've been having difficulty getting your Raspberry Pi functioning, and one of the reasons for that is that they currently don't have the authentication methods. They haven't rolled out the Bootstrap to authenticate onto the network. They're actually not expecting to have that authentication Bootstrap out until somewhere in testnet 2, which hasn't yet begun. So you may want to save yourself the trouble of corrupting your Raspberry Pi over and over until that gets rolled out.
Yes, good, because now I have enough of it, because I've tried a lot of times, and it takes a lot of time to update the Raspberry Pi and do all the configurations. So for the moment, I have enough for a week. But I've talked to another person, and he yeah. But there are some nice guides on it, but how can you get into testnet 1 then? You have to.
Testnet 1 you can almost call closed. Right now they're still really focusing on the core system, so they haven't really opened it out to the devs yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you said, a great source for keeping track of that is through those development groups. So that's a good source to keep track of, as you mentioned. There's a few members of the core dev teams. And when I say core dev, I don't mean like they're literally working with the group in Troon. As far as my understanding, currently the group in Troon, Scotland is the only group with access to the test nets. But if you're participating in those dev groups, you should notice some individuals. I believe there's an individual, Francois Brunel, from the Montreal pod. He's been very anxious to get access into the net, to test nets, in order to start doing some third-party development. But yeah, that's definitely your best avenue to go currently. We're really looking forward to access to those test nets too, just so we can draw some final conclusions on what we'll be able to do with our system. We've got a great plan for our Freedom Pieces platform. One of the things we want to kind of build out is I guess you could almost call it like an arena. We want to set up a kind of a dedicated channel within the broader context of our site that would allow kind of not a moderated, but kind of a group discussion. Kind of pick a topic and pick something controversial, and try to get people from these conflicting mindsets to come together in a manner that lets them really go ahead and have some of these arguments in a safe environment. And having access to those test nets is just so crucial in getting an idea of what these kind of systems can look like. So I certainly understand your anxiousness to get your hands on that.
Yeah, but I'm also, it's like you said, I'm very curious on what will be possible, because now it looks like a lot of promising, but yeah, I'm very curious and see on how it will go.
Hey Matthew, what's your role in the Ethereum project or the MadeSafe project?
Well, I'm not specifically involved in either of those projects. I called in previously. I'm working on a Freedom. My Freedom Pieces platform.
Yeah, I remember you called in last week about Freedom Pieces. FreedomPieces.net, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I remember.
We're focusing on building out that platform, but while we're anticipating launching on MadeSafe, what things are going to look like when it comes out of the box and when it will come out of the box, are two big important questions. So we're considering some alternative platforms as well. We're looking at storage.io as a possibility. Also, I actually had some questions to throw in the way of the caller from Blackcoin. I had an interesting conversation of one of the members of that community who was emphasizing.
Wait, was that Sam who was just on with us?
I believe.
Yeah, let me bring him back here. I'm gonna try and conference call you guys in. See if I can get Sam on here with us. He was the one who was working in the area of Blackcoin, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can't get him on. Hey, Sam, are you with us now? Oh, no, still trying to connect with him. Anyway, what was your question?
I was just curious because when I was speaking with one of the members of Blackcoin, they were talking about the fact that they anticipate their project Black Halo to deliver on the functionality that people are championing Ethereum to provide, and given the fact that there's still a little bit up in the air as far as what direction we're going to want to go. I just wanted to pick his brain on what his thoughts on that were.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to connect with him over here. I'll send him a message over Skype. Hopefully we'll be able to get connected with him so that he can answer your question, because I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But it sounds like a good question. I don't know how
That's true.
someone on the line who can explain to me how any of the dark stuff works at all. Like the dark send or dark wallet, dark coin. How's all this work?
I've heard from someone that the dark coin is actually centralized for their nudes.
Oh, good. Sam is back with us.
Hey, guys.
Did you hear Matthew about dark coin? Was it, or it was about?
It was actually Black Coin. It was related to their other project, Black Halo.
Yeah.
And the fact that Black Halo is being touted as delivering on a lot of the functionality, a lot of the same functionality as Ethereum, and I was just curious as to how you I mean, is that done through the similar ideology as Ethereum is trying to take, of essentially a blank cryptographic ledger leveraging a blockchain, or what the idea is there, how they're leveraging that?
Okay, regarding Blackcoin, I'm not sure, but regarding well, I know more about the X currency side of things. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I apologize. I thought I heard.
That's okay. Yeah, because I think with XC, what they plan to do is make a decentralized marketplace. So you could trade the X currency for all sorts of goods, and also they're planning on making a Tor stick with a sort of Linux distro. So you'll be able to have an operating system on the Tor stick, and so you'll be able to so you'll be anonymous also from location wise as well.
What a cool idea.
Will they then use Tor, etc., to make it really anonymous?
Well, yeah, when you put the USB stick in, then yeah, so basically you'll boot up on the Tor thing, but also yeah, because the multi-part system is also separate. It'll be a separate app on that. So
yeah. Are they also protecting like the network MAC address or spoofing it?
Yeah. Sorry.
Because sometimes they say it's anonymous, but I think you have to take a lot of things like in consideration. Like you have if you connect through the internet, through your Ethernet port, you have like a MAC address, and if you don't spoof that, they can always trace you anyway. So
I'm not sure how they're setting up this one, but I'll just have to see once it's delivered, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew, excuse me. I think I already got your thoughts on the BitLicense fiasco last week.
We had chatted briefly about that, and just I think my key perspective is just, from an enforceability perspective, even if it is literally enforceable, I just think it would be cost prohibitive. I think the cost of enforcement would very quickly outweigh the value gained from it, and I don't know how there's any way to work around that with the way that it's currently written.
Well, one of the solutions around it is Bitcoin communities or crypto communities, people who know each other in person or online and trust each other and are able to trade without the authority of government agents. So what's your community like? I assume you're in the Chicago area if you attended the North American Bitcoin Conference?
Yes, I'm from the Chicagoland area. As of yet, I mean, the community is definitely still burgeoning. I can't really think of. So there are quite a few different services that are offered through Bitcoin, that are accepting Bitcoin, services and maybe even some goods. Though its day-to-day use is still extremely limited. I believe there's maybe 2 to 3 restaurants that are in the city proper that accept Bitcoin. I'm trying to think of a few others. The nearest Bitcoin ATM is in Indiana. So, I mean, it's definitely still growing from a perspective from a commercial perspective. As far as, local users of Bitcoin, I mean, it is one of the higher populated cities in the nation. So I've got to imagine there's plenty of private users in the area, though, I haven't made a direct effort to connect with those individuals personally, face to face and so forth.
You're telling me there's not a Skyhook in all of Illinois?
Not one that I'm aware of. I mean, not one that's being advertised or being there's not much publicity.
What a load of crap! These things are $1,000. They're easy to use. I mean, you can bring them basically anywhere. You can tether them to your phone, so you could even drive around a truck and be dispensing bitcoins for people. But why are these things not all over the place?
Trust.
Trust in whom? You don't need to trust anything. It's a machine. People are afraid they're going to put their dollars in it and not get anything in return?
Right. A piece of paper. That's what they'll get in return, and it doesn't mean anything to them. They don't trust it yet.
All right. Fine. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up. We're at the end of the hour, and I appreciate all my guests. Hey, Sam, do you have a website you want to plug?
Well, you got the keyback one in it, so I guess. Yeah. Well, if you want the XC one, it's XC-official.com. Yeah.
All right. XC-official.com and QIBUCK.com. That's keybuck.com. Sam, thanks for being on. Matthew of freedompieces.net. That's freedompieces.net, as in pieces of freedom. And Bjorn of minomatic.com. Go check it out. Help these.
Yeah, and before we go, we were going to give away one more license.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the question is, where is the first Bitcoin ATM in the world got struck by lightning?
Wow. Where is the first Bitcoin ATM in the world that got struck by lightning?
Yeah.
I'm Googling. What? Whoa! All right, first result. Who wants it?
Let's have it.
Derek, you can't say it, else. Yeah.
I won't say it. I'm not winning this one. I just Googled it. This is big news. This just happened. Holy cow! From July 29th. I'm not going to read where it happened, but I'm reading from this article. First and only Bitcoin ATM in this area was only installed last week. Has been knocked out. The Skyhook machine. Oh, that's a shame. It was a Skyhook. Was installed in a store operated by a person. Brian Williams, founder of the company, said that the machine was struck by lightning, which caused a huge power surge and knocked out some of the ATM's components. about a dozen people had used the ATM machine in just a few days. It was operational, so it was totally working and then struck by lightning. Guys, any ideas where this ATM was struck by lightning?
Oh, I see it myself, but I'm not a miner, so I'd rather see that license get rolled out to somebody who can really take advantage of it.
I think we should get some other callers on the line here. We've got some other people behind the scenes who have not chimed in on in audio or on video, but they are texting and chatting behind the scenes. So I'm gonna try and get another one of these winners. Oh, that could be one now. All right, connecting. All right, caller, you are on Bitcoin Talk Show. The question is, what's the first Bitcoin ATM in the world that was struck by lightning?
Is it in New Zealand?
No.
No. But one day I'm going to visit New Zealand. It's a lovely country.
No. We'll give you one more try. We'll give you one more try. Try again. Oh, they gave up. Yeah, if you're watching the show, you just got a nice big clue from Chuck. Wait a minute, we gotta get this person calling in. So our call-in line is 708-23 coins. That's 708-232-6467. You can also Skype into the show, Bitcoin Talk Show. And pretty soon it's going to be just Bjorn holding it down for us because it's 5 o'clock on the East Coast. We're going to have to get going over here. But Bjorn can take over the show. He can hold it down. Can't you, Bjorn?
That's no problem. Yeah, I definitely can.
All right, good. Well, I'm going to let him roll with the show. I'm going to put up a "We'll be right back" graphic, and I'll be right back.
So, yeah, Derek, thank you for inviting me to the show and let me exiting the show.
Yes, thank you, Derek.
You're all very welcome. You're all very welcome. You take control of this show anytime you want. That's what this show's about. It's like, to me, I love BitcoinTalk.org, the website where people go and discuss the developments.
So if I would like to do like a live video tutorials on setting up my Nomatic, is that possible?
Yes, you did one already today without my permission.
Yeah, true.
It's a free-form show. That's the whole idea. It's like I want people who have something to say to call in and say it. And you guys all have important developments. I think you've set a good standard for us. So we've got a texter who answered the question on Skype. But does it count if they haven't called in?
Yeah, it's of course it counts, but they need to be a miner. You need to have mining equipment.
Right.
And later versions of Minomatic, it will also be for traders, but for the moment it's only for miners.
Okay. Well, we've got this person. I'm telling him to call in, so we're gonna give it another shot.
And if any people don't want to buy the program, but only want to donate to the project, you can scan in this QR code and maybe make a donation for the development. And maybe one day I do it open source. So.
You mean it's not open source right now?
For the moment, not, because I want to get like 20 bitcoins to buy a house to get how do you say it? To get a mortgage from the bank.
What do you need all that for?
To buy a house, because now I can take care of myself now, but when I'm older, it will be much more difficult. And I got fired from the economic crisis, and that's why I started developing software, because I'm getting tired of every time there's happening something in the world, you get fired. So, and I'm starting to get a business out of the ground. So.
You uppity Europeans, you like living in houses.
No, I have my house. I rent a house.
I'm just joking with you. It's okay. We all want to live in houses. So
Next, soon I will show you my development laptop. You will look how it looks.
All right. Well, we've got a caller from California, USA. You are on Bitcoin Talk Show. First question: are you a miner? Do you have mining equipment?
No miners, but yes, out California way, we've got great internet.
You need to have mining equipment. What's wrong with you? You don't
Why
have,
would you use my pneumatic else?
Yeah, why would you use Minomatic if you don't have any mining equipment? What's wrong with you?
I don't think I'm eligible to win Minomatic anyway. I'm an employee of the World Crypto Network. I wouldn't be eligible.
That voice.
You got us.
Thomas.
Hey.
You're
hello, Thomas. Now that you say, I recognize your voice.
Yeah, well, I think we all recognize this voice. So,
it's sad there's no Bitcoin ATMs in Canada, but there's one in my living room. Like, about that.
There are Bitcoin ATMs in Canada. They're just not very close to where I live.
If only Bitcoins could be sent across the internet to Canada.
We're just all going to have to get skyhooks for no good reason. But we just call them Bitcoin vending machines now. Bitcoin vending machines.
Why, instead of an ATM, they're vending machines?
Oh, yeah, because Bitcoin's a commodity according to the IRS. So.
Whatever, man. It's money to me. So give us an answer. We're looking for the answer to the question, or should we not have him spill the bean?
Yeah, Thomas can do it, but then he needs to promise that in the next show he presents, he has to give it away.
And he's got to get some damn mining equipment. What the hell?
Yeah. He's got a piper to print paper wallets, but you don't have any mining equipment.
He's got a piper. He's got a Bitcoin vending machine. He's got his own Bitcoin show, and
he's got an apple. He's got an apple.
Working with Trezor, I'm going to get a Trezor Bitcoin wallet. Have anything to fill it, but I'm going to test it out anyway. You can test it with small amounts.
You're junk.
So, yeah.
You're junk calling in without mining equipment. Anyway, what's the answer to the question? What was the first Bitcoin ATM that was struck by lightning?
Is it Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah, correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Balloons falling. You're missing your ticker tape parade, but it's happening here.
I will send you your license, Thomas. I have your email address, so in the next couple of hours you will receive it.
All right, rock on, Thomas. Thanks for calling in. We should end it. Let's end on that high note.
Yeah.
This was a great time. Thanks everyone for playing along. Thanks for being on Bitcoin Talk Show. I say this was so much fun. We should do it again next week.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the invite.
You're welcome. Every Wednesday. This is our 20th episode. Yeah. So we'll be graduating. We'll be drinking age in the U.S.
And of course in Belgium.
And in Belgium, I think 5 is the drinking age in Belgium.
No, it's 16 in Belgium, but we have like the best beer in the world, so that's why we threw the Romans out.
Nobody before turning 16 either. We'll see you again next week. Check out freedompieces.net. That's Matthew's website. We've also got Sam at KeyCoin, I think is what it was.
Chibuck.com.
Chibuck.com and Minomatic.com. Thanks so much for everyone being on here today. See y'all.
Thank you, Michelle.
Peace. Oh, check us out in the meantime at BitcoinTalkShow.com and WorldCryptoNetwork.com. Peace.
Peace.